Hello again, YouTube. My name is Bree, and in today's video, I'm working in my sketchbook made by my friend Spofgh once again. This sketchbook, if you haven't been here before, has different colored paper, so it's currently on a green page. Just to be clear, my white balance is not horrifically off, and I am painting a angel, bird boy, I don't know. I didn't really put too much thought into it. So I know I said that I wanted to get back into gouache, and I plan to do that soon, but we're going to take that one back for now. Basically, I mentioned this before, that I was taking a class well, it's not really for work, it's being offered through work, but it is on my own time, and it is consuming a lot of my time. So watercolor for me, I don't want to say it's easy or mindless, but it's something I could fall into kind of the zone and just paint and enjoy the painting without stressing over every little little tiny detail. And gouache, that's not it for me. Gouache takes a lot more thought, a lot more effort, and it takes actually planning to sit down and work and preparing to clean up afterwards. I like to clean my brushes out after every painting session with gouache, whereas watercolor, I can kind of just leave it out and come back to it later without, worrying about ruining my brushes. It's just a lot easier to slip into a watercolor painting than it is to get started on, a more opaque media. So I'll get there. I promise I'll get there, but today's not that day. So for this one, like I said, I just wanted to do something a bit more comfort zone. I'm not sure why I did most of a body. That's not usual for me. I guess I miss doing that. I've been doing a lot of portraits lately, and I feel I've learned and grown a lot, even just within this sketchbook so far. And I'm really happy with my progress. But yeah, I just hadn't done a single piece that showed more than really a face and maybe a hand in the sketchbook. So I guess it was time to push the boundaries a little. Like I said, this page was green. It is green. It didn't stop being green, but I did want to selectively allow that green to shine through a bit more. So I started out by applying a layer of a more opaque watercolor. Now, if you're not familiar, watercolor isn't really opaque for the most part. There's some exceptions, but there is a degree of transparency to opaqueness that is a quality of specific watercolors. So for the skin, I started by going over the whole body with Schmincke's Naples Yellow Reddish, which is like a default generic white person skin color. And then I built on top of that using Yellow Ochre, Alizarin Crimson, Indanthrone Blue. Those are all from Daniel Smith. And for the wings, when I do get to them, I started with Daniel Smith's Buff Titanium, which is also fairly opaque. And that just allowed me to choose to show less of that green while still giving a slight hint of it. I didn't want my figure to look I worry with the green. I know it's not like a really aggressive green, but with showing this much skin, I didn't want him to look like really sickly. I don't think that would have been a concern here, but trial and error. We're trying things. So beyond that, most of the watercolor I used was Daniel Smith. I was playing with the granulating paints a lot with the wings and the hair. I actually used Moon Glow within the shadows. I figured since I was leaning a lot purple, the Moon Glow would make an excellent shadow color. And then for the wings, I used the Piemontite Genuine. No, I didn't. I just learned to say that, so I'm going to keep using it. I used the Burnt Tiger's Eye Genuine for the really darks. And then I mixed in that Buff Titanium. Oh, my phone says hi. I mixed in some of the Buff Titanium with other colors to bring out a little bit of its own native granulation in other colors. It didn't really work terrifically well, but it was trying something new. So when I finished painting everything, I did kind of want the hair and the wings to be more of a golden color versus the skin, which I went for more cooler tones. But I really felt that the piece didn't really come together in the way it should have. It looked very segregated. So I went back and added some more blues and purples to the wings and hair after the fact, just to kind of unify things a bit more. Once again, I really didn't put that much thought into this one. I just kind of wanted to sit down and paint because I knew if I put too much thought into it, I would never get this video done. Normally, I have 3-day weekends because I work 4/10s, but I do have to work every day next week. So it was one less day to get everything I need to get done this weekend done. And I was stressing. So I needed it to be simple, low-key. Yeah. Completely zoned out there. Apparently, I'm too, yeah. So where am I? Oh, so by the end, I did feel that something was missing. I originally planned to add a granulating green to the background just to really emphasize the green elsewhere and bring it out even more. But that didn't feel right by the time I got to the end of this piece. So instead, I brought out that gold mica again. I hadn't touched the mica paints in a really long time. And all of a sudden, there's some charm there again. So I didn't want to do just some straight lines or abstract shapes really, because that's what I've kind of been doing. Well, I haven't really been doing abstract shapes. That's kind of what I used to do with it. So instead, I kind of went with a wave. And that's at the end of the video. And unfortunately, because of the way the light was hitting it, it doesn't show terribly well while I'm actually painting it. But I felt that the piece had a bit of a flow with the hair and the outstretched wing, and I tried to use the mica to emphasize that. That particular mica is the original FineTec mica. I barely used it. I've owned it for I don't know how many years. Unfortunately, it is not an ethically sourced mica, or at least they haven't come out saying it is, which makes me think it's not. So I don't use those paints very much, but I don't want to get rid of them. I bought them a long time ago, so I'll use them from time to time, but I don't really recommend them just for that reason. I believe the Gellyroll ones might be ethically sourced, but they're made by different manufacturers now, both in Germany. I'm not going to go into details on that right now. Gellyroll and FineTec used to be one company, and now it's 2 different companies, and they both make their product in Germany. It's very confusing. I've tried to research it to understand this a lot better because of the ethically sourced mica issue, and it was very, very confusing. So yeah, otherwise, lately, I did want to mention, I've been busy with my class, and next week or 2 weeks from now when I do my next video, I'll try to do another video. I don't know if it's going to happen. I do get my second COVID shot. As I mentioned last time I got one, it threw me for a loop, so I don't want to make any guarantees. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm hoping for the best, but you never know. And then otherwise, we'll just play it by ear. I don't think I'll be getting back to gouache in the immediate future, but I do have big plans. And by big plans, I probably mean my brain's hey, let's make some big plans and then not carry out those plans later, because it's a lot easier to plan things when you're not actively doing them. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe I'll document what I'm going to do and then I have to do it. In the meantime, my big exciting news for the week is I finally got a new computer. I've mentioned I have problems editing on my laptop before. My laptop is 10 years old. It's a Sony Vaio Series F, which it's dated. It's from 2011. And when I try to export a video, it takes at least 5 hours and sounds like a jet engine. So this is a big deal. My computer is actually running right beside the mic. I don't know if the mic's picking up any of the noise, but it's so much quieter. It's a Corsair Vengeance i7200. So I got my GeForce 3080. Oh my God. I've been watching those for ages, waiting for them to come available. And I have way too many lights, and it's beautiful. I did tone it down. I just have blues and purples, and I made the lights nice and soft, and I love my computer. I did spend way too much time getting it set up, but it seems to be handling video editing like a champ. I accidentally exported or did all my video editing and exporting on the hard disk when I wanted to use the solid state drive. So I'll switch to the next drive, the other drive for my next video, and we'll see how much faster that speeds it up. But a video that used to take me 4 hours to export takes 30 minutes. So I'd say that's a massive improvement. The app didn't crash once. I was able to view the video in the editor, which makes editing substantially easier. And yeah, I'm really hoping when I have some more time, when I'm done with my class, I can actually start to play more with like video editing techniques and transitions, and not to go crazy, but just to do more with it now that I can without losing my mind. So I'm very excited about this. And it's so pretty. I'm petting my computer, don't mind me. Yeah. So that's really it for now, unless you want to hear about my pressure washer, because I also got a pressure washer, and that's pretty exciting. But this doesn't seem like the right place. But my porch looks fantastic. I've been a good adult this week. But yeah, so I think that's all I have for now. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and yeah, I guess I'll talk to you again in another couple weeks. Take care, everyone. Bye.